This is Central Coast Australia, and this is the Central Coast Zoo. It's a smaller zoo just north of Sydney, and it really should be on your radar if you're coming to Australia, because there are so many amazing Australian reptiles and other animals that can be found at this zoo. And in this video, we've got special permission to go behind the scenes and go inside the enclosure with the animals. So I'm gonna get you guys up close and personal with some of the most amazing Australian animals and reptiles that are found right here at Central Coast Zoo. I'm Dave Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures. So right over here is the penguin exhibit, and right over here we've got a big bucket of bait. And we get to go in and feed the penguins. Oh my God, look at that.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is the cutest damn thing I've ever seen. Look at these little guys. Okay, they know it's feeding time. They're all coming out. That is just cuteness overload. All right, so I guess we're gonna take our bucket of fish and we're going in with these cute penguins. Oh my God.
Dave, don't step on them.
Don't look at me, guys.
Oh my God.
These are little penguins or little blue penguins.
Little blue penguins.
They used to be fairy penguins, but we don't call them that anymore.
Fairy penguins.
Hold it like this.
Okay.
And then what they'll do is they'll just take it straight out of your hand.
Straight out of my hand.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna show them how to do it here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, yes. Oh, well,
So you grab yourself another
that was a little
one.
vicious. Here, come here, you little guy. There you go. Oh my God, I've never fed penguins before. This is absolutely as wonderful as it looks. Come here, sweetie.
They'll keep eating till they just can't eat anymore, and then they'll wander off.
Okay.
Just like Dave.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So like us, come here. You're so shy. You want to fish? There you go.
This little one with the green tag, that's Tiny.
Tiny.
And he's had a full molt, so he's how they look normally.
Right.
And then this one, that's Skipper. He's halfway through a molt, so you can see he's losing his feathers. And this one's getting ready to molt, so he's looking a bit scruffy.
How old are these penguins?
They're between sort of like 14 months and a bit over 2.
Okay.
So they're still kind of young.
But this is full grown.
This is full grown though, yep.
Oh my
They
God,
just get fatter and skinnier, depending on where they
just
are.
like me. Yeah. One last one. Come here, sweetheart. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Oh, yes. Wait, don't yell at me. I'm feeding you. All right, so that is the first time I've ever got to feed penguins, and fairy penguins at that. I'm calling them that, by the way. That's the best name ever. Yeah. That was absolutely amazing. Now this hand is going to smell like this for at least 4 or 5 years, but I don't care. That was amazing.
So over here, we have one of our enrichment forms here for our penguins. So you see our pond right over here.
Yep.
And then during the day, the members of the public have the opportunity to come up, push this button. What we're going to do is see if it's on right now. And it does that. So that gives them an enrichment opportunity, so that way people can interact with them, and it's random based on obviously the amount of guests we have coming through, and little kids really obviously like to interact with that.
Yeah, and may I take this opportunity to compliment you on your tattoos there.
Oh, thank you very much.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody have snake hook tattoos. That is awesome. Oh, and you got a quote from Brian.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so feeding those penguins was absolutely amazing. I just want to kind of bring one of them home with me, but I don't want to get arrested. So back here, we're gonna wash up, and then look at this kangaroo just sitting here hanging out. Oh, what a sweetheart you are. What a sweetheart you are. Hi. Hi. Anywhere you are in the world, you've always got to stop and pet the puppies. But in Australia, you've always got to stop and pet the kangaroos. Oh, yes. Yes, that's a good girl. Okay, got to wash my hands. There's fish all over it. Sorry, I should have done that before I pet you. Okay, and as we're about to wash our hands, you've got a little friend crawling on you. That's a funnel web spider, isn't it? The most venomous spider in the world.
No, it's a little huntsman, little baby.
Oh, little baby huntsman. Oh,
They're fast. Don't get on me.
So he just crawled right up on you?
Yeah. There we go.
He just wanted to be friends. What a cutie.
They're fast.
Yeah. And they're awesome. All right, so now we're going to wash the fishy smell off our hands and we're going to move on.
At Dubia.com, they raise all their quality insects in-house and ship them directly to you. And now you can get 10% off all your live insects by using the coupon code RATTLEON. Catch the link in the description below.
So this is a Rufus Bettong, also known as your rat kangaroos. You're more than welcome to give him a pat if you like.
Oh, yeah.
He's around 7 months old. So these guys are pretty cool little animals. So they love to eat a variety of your fungi, insects as well. They'll also eat a variety of different plant matter.
What a cutie. Their hair feels soft and coarse at the same time.
Yeah.
Like a squirrel.
Yeah.
It looks squirrel-like.
Oh, that is just adorable. All right, so in that enclosure over there is a wombat, and our new zookeeper friend behind me is going to bring him out, and we are going to do some wombat cuddles. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I'm gonna die!
All right.
Just hook your arms underneath.
Sweetheart. Oh yes, sir.
Perfect.
Now tell Santa what you want for Hanukkah. So this right here is a southern hairy-nosed wombat, and this is from South Australia. These guys are the cutest Australian mammals ever. And the interesting thing about wombats, some of you may already know this, is that they actually have square poops. So if you're walking around their range and you see a wombat burrow, chances are there's gonna be little square poops all around that burrow. These guys are like big, hairy tardigrades. So this is Talia. You are in charge of all the natives here.
That is correct, yes.
And we're talking animals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the native animals, right.
Yeah.
So you were telling us before I got a chance to sit with her that they have a plate in their butts.
Yeah, they do, exactly right. So it's a hard cartilage plate that they do have in their bottoms, and it is a defense mechanism. So what they'll do is if they're getting chased by a predator, say a dingo or a fox, what they'll do is they'll actually run into their burrow or their den. Now what they'll do with this hard cartilage plate is they'll actually jam that animal's skull in between the opening of their den and that burrow, and that can actually crush that animal's skull. So it is a defense mechanism. So definitely, guys, don't be going out and trying to put your hand in wombat burrows. We don't recommend it.
Otherwise, you will have death by wombat butt.
You might,
Yeah.
yes. Not a good way to go.
Yeah. And then you get square poops all over you too at the same
That's
time.
exactly right.
Yeah. Very dangerous animal.
Very dangerous.
Very good meeting you. Thank you so much
You
for
too.
introducing us to such an amazing wombat. All right, so leaving our wombat friend back over there, over here, we've got koalas, and I understand that there is a little baby koala in here, but they're about the size of a jelly bean right now. But if you've ever wondered where koalas in Australia are found, they are only found on the eastern side of Australia here. So we are right about maybe there. But all the way up and down the coast, you can find koalas in the wild.
This here is Finn. He is one of our northern koalas here that we have at the park. So here in Australia, we have two different subspecies of koalas. Your northerns are found in the northern parts of Australia. Now Finn here, he's about 1.5 years old. So he is one of the younger koalas that we do have here in the park, hence why he is so little. Now you can probably see right now while he's holding on, a lot of people don't actually know that they actually have 2 thumbs and 3 fingers. So they use that to hold on to the trees nice and tight. And they are also one of the only other animals besides your primates that actually have a fingerprint. So you can actually tell every single individual koala apart, like us, by their fingerprints, which is a really, really cool fact.
What do we got over here?
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is our first little guy.
Yeah.
These are our other shinglebacks that we have.
Oh my God, look at this. This one is really nice. Look at how red that one is. Kind of rusty. Oh, look at this big chubster of a girl. Oh my God,
Now these guys
she
are
is
pretty cool.
so
All right?
awesome.
So what these guys do is these guys mate for life.
Right.
All right. So these guys only, obviously, as we know, pair once up, one partner for their life. And it's because these guys have actually figured out the secret to it. In the wild, these guys don't live with each other. They see each other once a year. So what happens is you'll see these guys, they'll meet up once a year in the same spot. And this is being tracked through obviously GPS tracking and people doing research on them. These guys will meet up once a year in the same location, and then they'll take off for the whole rest of the year, never see each other again, and then meet back up again. And these guys only have about 2 babies. Now when it comes to their babies come out about half the size of mum or dad. So this one here is about roughly 2 months old.
Dave got pissed on again.
I got, oh, look at that.
That was perfect that I handed over.
All in my pocket.
And you can take that home.
My passport, my phone, everything. Oh, girly.
That'll be awesome.
She likes you.
That's right.
You'd be definitely allowed
Look,
to take
she's
that back
wagging
to
her
the
butt.
US.
She's wagging her, yeah, she's twerking. She's like, rattle on with my butt. So if you want to work with these, you really have to get a colony of these because the males will compete for the female to breed. And again, you'll only get one little baby out of that clutch at a time. And so one of the reasons why like blue-tongued skinks and even bearded dragons are so popular and these guys aren't, it's because of availability, and it's because you need to really have a colony of these in order to produce little babies like this. And if you've never pet one before, it literally feels like you are petting a living pine cone. These are just absolutely incredible Australian lizards. All right, so what else do we have in this magic reptile box? Oh,
right.
yeah.
So these guys here are our 2 female albino blue tongues.
Look at this. And so these are northerns.
These guys are actually easterns.
These are easterns.
Easterns, yeah. So these are actually
this guy
easterns.
looks very northerny.
Yep, these are eastern blue tongue lizards. You can tell from the stripes along their side there. And then obviously when it comes to albinos, it's a little bit harder because their pattern's a bit mixed up, but you would normally have a lot more bits and pieces. So this is one of our baby easterns. I'm going to give you that one.
Yes.
So this is an eastern, and this one here is another eastern. This is one of our babies that we had born this year.
Look at this cute
and this is
little
one of our albinos.
Oh my
But you
God.
can see these guys are both siblings. These are clutch mates. And you can see that when it comes to the albinos, they do tend to sometimes lose a lot of that marking, especially once they start growing up like these guys do. So these guys here were both born only a month ago.
A month ago. So we're gonna let our friends over there play with the shinglebacks and the blue tongues. Over here, we've got one of the coolest pythons and one of the maybe most underrated and unknown pythons in Australia. That is an anthill python, the world's smallest python. But even the adults get pretty big. I mean, I've seen children's pythons and spotted pythons that are about the size, bigger, but this is pretty much max size.
That is correct.
And these guys are found in Western Australia. They're found in like the most hard to get to area of Australia. Like you can fly into Perth.
Yep.
And then drive for what, 16 hours into their range?
Yep. And then find a gecko and then drive back.
And then, right, exactly, exactly. So not a lot of people go herping for these just because they are found in such an obscure and hard to get to place in Australia, but these are one of the coolest pythons out here.
So these guys are generally very, very slow growers as well for us. This guy here is actually about 8 months old.
That's 8 months old at that size.
And this guy here is eating like a champion. So he smashes at the moment. We feed them these guys pinky mice. In the wild, these guys are notoriously mainly other reptile eaters. So they tend to eat anything that really fits in their mouth when it comes to your skinks and your geckos.
Sure.
So in captivity, sometimes it can be a bit hard for us to trick them into thinking their food is a mouse.
Well, thank you so much for showing off some of the reptiles that are here that are not on display at the zoo. I mean, you come to Australia and you get to see some of the coolest reptiles on the planet when you come here.
Zilla has everything you need for your reptile pets, from caging to lighting and everything in between. To see their entire catalog and find out where you can get Zilla products near you, visit zillarules.com.
Keep out authorized personnel only. Today, we are authorized personnel. So, oh, hiya. Look at them lions over there. Oh my God, look at All right, I am gonna go feed these hungry lions. This is the first time I've ever fed lions before. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Oh my God, listen to these guys. You have to open your mouth in order to eat. Oh, look at that. Yes. That was like so deeply satisfying, I can't even begin to describe it. All right, but look at the males are just sitting back here. All the females are coming right up to us.
This is a boy, this is Hulk.
This is the boy.
That's a boy, yep.
Yep, that's a boy. All right, so I'm gonna try this again and I'm gonna try to get them to stand up. Come on up here. Come on. Watch this. Oh my God, the power on that thing. I mean, I felt a fence move on that. These guys are so incredibly strong, so incredibly powerful. All right, one more. I want that male to come up. No, not you, sweetheart.
Masai.
Masai! He's just back there sulking with the females that are taking all the food.
For a feed, that boy.
All right, come on up here, sweetheart. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, here, let me just get your lips there. There we go. It's just a wafer thin mint. That is absolutely incredible to feed these big cats, these big lions like this. And you can just feel the power that these guys have. My God. So in a couple of months I'm going to South Africa to actually hopefully see these guys in the wild. So I'm gonna hang on to these tongs for when I get to South Africa in the wild so I can go feed their wild counterparts with the tongs. I mean, what could go wrong? Hi, sweethearts. Look at this. I mean, inches away. Oh my God, I can feel her breath coming at me. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my God. If you've never been this close to the mouth of a huge lion like this, their teeth are enormous and their breath smells so horrible. No, you don't. You have fresh minty breath. You have horse meat breath. And now these guys aren't declawed. They're not defanged. If this fence wasn't here right now, I wouldn't be. But it's interesting that the males are just kind of sitting in the back like that, and they're not charging the fence. These females are taking all, in this male right here, this young male. Oh my goodness. Well, looks like Stephanie's no longer with us. So, but look at these females right here. They're taking like front center stage. And the males are just back there fighting. Oh man. I'm just gonna hold my hand right here so you can just get an idea of how big that palm is. This one obviously has something wrong with her eye. What happened to this one's eye?
It had a floating cornea.
Oh.
Probably, potentially defective from birth, we're not quite sure.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where it was causing him issues and potentially some pain, so we had it removed.
So you had to remove his eye?
Yeah.
Or her eye?
So
His eye.
Yeah. So he's adapted really well.
Yeah.
It took him a couple of days with the depth perception, but
Right.
after that he's been fine.
He's been fine.
Yeah. So add in better spirits too.
And in better spirits, right.
Yeah.
Look at this. Do they always fight like that?
Not always. This is feed time, so typically the males will carry on a bit. But usually they're pretty mellow and they get on quite well.
Yeah.
So,
They're all brothers.
They're all brothers.
yeah, they're all related. They're all brothers and sisters, just different ages. And the girls keep them in line, and then they sort of...
Girl power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
So this is all sibling rivalry going on right here.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. These guys are actually the last performing circus lions in Australia. So
is that right?
They retired to here. Yeah, they weren't performing anymore, so...
So these are retired circus
Yeah,
lions.
here they just get to live out their life.
Good. Much better place than living life in a circus.
Yeah, the circus guys did love them a lot, definitely. So, but we do like the fact that they get to run around here, so they do what they want whenever they want to. They've always got access to their dens, so they can come and go as they please. And, yeah,
Excellent. That's good.
Yes,
so they get to
very good.
live out the rest of their lives in peace and happiness here.
doing whatever they want.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Hi, sweethearts. I just have, like, instinctively want to reach out and pet them. This could be the last you'll ever see of my hand, but I'm just gonna slap it right there. Oh my God, he's licking my hand. Oh wow, they have hairy tongues just like house cats. Look at him lick my hand. That's showing affection, not that he wants to eat my hand or anything.
Affectionately liking your hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have, look at that. I have lion slobber on my hand and I couldn't be happier. Now I am covered in wombat pee, shingleback pee, and lion saliva. Today is an amazing day. It is so good to meet you, and you just want to give me a big giant hug, don't you? Look at those claws. He just wants to give me a hug with those paws. Yes, sweethearts. So for an animal lover like me, this was a dream come true. Between feeding the penguins, feeding the lions, playing with all of the amazing Australian animals that can be found at this zoo, this was an absolutely awesome way to spend our final day in Australia. So guys, if you want to see more all animal content on this channel, comment below, let me know. I would really like to post more all animal content for you guys on this channel. And guys, as always, thanks for watching, and until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.